Gabby Gwen'S Whimsical Journal Jamboree. The wind howls and rain pelts against the windows as Gabby Gwen twirls into view, her jingly bracelets and clanky earrings creating a cheerful cacophony. Her tall updo, adorned with a whimsical veil, bobs as she dances towards the journal stand. She wears a flowing gown with intricate bishop sleeves and platform clogs, her detachable overskirt swishing with each step. "Hello, darlings." Gwen chirps, her voice barely audible over the storm. "Welcome to my fabulous journal showcase. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to my latest creation, the Whimsical Wanderer's Gazette. It's simply divine, if I do say so myself." Lightning flashes, illuminating Gwen's beaming face as she holds up the journal. "Let's start with the cover, shall we?" It's a delightful collage of vintage postcards, pressed flowers, and shimmering butterfly wings. The spine is adorned with dangling charms and a cascade of colorful ribbons. Oh, and wait until you see the custom braid I've created to wrap it all up. Thunder rumbles ominously, but Gwen continues undeterred. Now, let's peek inside. The first page is a dreamy blend of lavender, peach, and mint green. I've added a charming posy of freesias, peonies, and delphiniums in the corner. Can you smell that? I've infused this page with a light jasmine scent. Utterly enchanting. A gust of wind rattles the windows, causing Gwen to pause momentarily. Goodness, what weather we're having. But let's press on, shall we? The next page features a whimsical pocket made from iridescent fairy wing fabric. Inside, you'll find an assortment of goodies, a mini scroll detailing the secret recipe for moonbeam mousse, a set of stickers featuring adorable alien critters, and a handmade tassel crafted from gossamer threads and stardust. Gwen flips to the next page, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Oh, this is one of my favorites. It's a pop-up page showcasing a miniature version of my enchanted Emporium boutique. See how the tiny mannequins twirl when you open it? And look at those itty-bitty hat boxes and shoe displays. A loud clap of thunder makes Gwen jump, but she quickly regains her composure. My. Zeus must be in quite a mood today. But nothing can dampen my spirits when I'm sharing my journal creations. Now, where was I? Ah yes, let me show you this fabulous fold-out section. It's a series of mix and match panels featuring different sleeve styles. You can create countless combinations. From billowing bishop sleeves to elegant angel sleeves, the possibilities are endless. Gwen pauses to adjust her veil, which has been blown askew by a particularly strong gust. Now, darlings, prepare yourselves for a treat. This next page is scented with my exclusive Whimsical Wanderer perfume blend. Notes of moonflower, stardust, and giggling pixie wings create an otherworldly aroma that's simply irresistible. She flips to another page, her bracelets jingling merrily. Oh, look at this. It's a collection of fashion trading cards featuring my latest scarf, sash, sarong, wrap, and tie ensembles. This one here, Twilight Tango, combines a shimmering violet sarong with a gossamer thin wrap in pale silver. And this beauty, Mermaid's Mirage, pairs an ombre blue sash with a coral pattern tie. Simply stunning. The wind howls louder, and Gwen has to raise her voice to be heard. Moving on to our next delightful page. Here we have a series of removable art cards featuring my new line of fancy UPDOS. This one, called Starlight Swirl, incorporates twinkling fairy lights woven through an intricate braid. In this daring style, Nebula Nest uses color-changing hair extensions to create a constantly shifting galaxy atop your head. Gwen giggles as she turns to the next page. Now, feast your eyes on this. It's a collection of recipes for my newest tea blends. Giggling Gremlin green tea promises to tickle your taste buds and your funny bone. And Whispering Willow white tea is said to grant the drinker the ability to converse with trees, for a limited time only, of course. A particularly loud thunderclap causes Gwen to startle, nearly dropping the journal. Goodness gracious. It seems the weather is determined to steal my thunder, pun intended. But let's soldier on, shall we? This next page is simply magical. It's a transparent overlay that, when placed on top of any other page, adds a sprinkle of glitter and a dash of whimsy to the design beneath. I call it the fairy dust filter. Gwen flips to another section, her eyes twinkling mischievously. Now, darlings, prepare yourselves for a giggle. This page contains a collection of my silliest rhymes. Here's a sample: twinkle toes and sparkle nose, where the glitter goes, nobody knows. In this one, whimsical, flimsical, crimson and clover, turn the page over, and start all over. She pauses to readjust her detachable overskirt, draping it artfully over one shoulder like a shawl. Moving on to our next delightful discovery. This page features a series of miniature puppet theaters. Each one tells a different story. This one here is the courageous Cupcake's quest, while this charming little stage presents the sassy Sasquatch's soiree. Hours of entertainment in the palm of your hand. The wind whistles through a crack in the window, creating an eerie melody. Gwen shivers delightedly. Ooh, how atmospheric. It's as if the storm is providing us with the perfect soundtrack for our journal journey. Speaking of journeys, let me show you this marvelous map I've created. It's a guide to the imaginary land of Whimsia, complete with landmarks such as the Giggling Geyser, Topsy-Turvy Tower, and the Labyrinth of Lost Socks. Every good journal needs a map to an imaginary land, don't you think? Gwen flips to the next page, her bracelets creating a tinkling melody. Now, feast your eyes on this spectacular spread. It's a showcase of my latest Heim Lolita designs. This ensemble, Sakura Serenade, features a pastel pink dress with layers upon layers of delicate lace and a matching bonnet adorned with cherry blossom appliques. In this one, Moonlight Masquerade, combines deep midnight blue with silver accents and a star-studded mask. Simply breathtaking. A flash of lightning illuminates the room, casting dramatic shadows across Gwen's face. Oh my, what dramatic lighting. It's as if the storm approves of my designs. Now, let's take a peek at this charming little section. It's a collection of quantum questions-riddles that may or may not have answers, depending on which universe you're in. Here's one: what's black and white and red all over in one dimension, but blue and green and never seen in another? Gwen giggles at her own joke, then continues. Moving on to this delightful page. It's a series of mix and match Mardi Gras costumes. See how you can combine different masks, headdresses, and bodices to create your own unique carnival look? This feathered mask pairs wonderfully with the sequined bodice and the tulle skirt, don't you think? She flips to another section, her eyes widening with excitement. Oh, darlings, you're going to love this. It's a collection of my new magic shampoo formulas. This one, Chameleon Coif, changes your hair color to match your mood. And this little bottle of anti-gravity locks promises to defy not just gravity, but the very laws of physics themselves. The wind howls louder, rattling the windows. Gwen raises her voice to be heard over the storm. My, it seems Mother Nature is trying to compete with my fabulousness. But let's press on, shall we? This next page is a treasure trove of Deco Lolita fashion cards. Look at this stunning ensemble, Art Nouveau Nightingale. The dress features an intricate peacock feather pattern, with a matching parasol and fan. In this one, Gatsby's Dream, combines flapper-style fringe with classic Lolita silhouettes. Simply divine. Gwen pauses to adjust her tall updo, which has begun to sway precariously in the breeze from the rattling windows. Now, darlings, prepare to be dazzled by my latest color combinations. This palette, which I call Mermaid's Reverie, combines shimmering teal, iridescent lavender, and a splash of coral. In this one, Fairy Forest Frolic blends moss green, mushroom brown, and a hint of pixie dust pink. Utterly enchanting, don't you agree? She flips to another page, her bracelets creating a symphony of jingles. Oh, look at this delightful section. It's a collection of my newest shadow box designs. This one, Midnight in Wonderland, features a miniature Mad Hatter's Tea Party, complete with tiny glowing lanterns and a disappearing Cheshire cat. In this beauty, Steampunk Skyship showcases a fantastical flying machine with working gears and billowing sails made from delicate lace. A particularly loud thunderclap causes Gwen to jump, nearly dropping the journal. Goodness gracious. It seems Zeus is determined to add his own dramatic flair to our showcase. But fear not, darlings, for nothing can overshadow the whimsy of my creations. Now, let me introduce you to my latest line of custom daybeds. This one, Cloud 9 Canopy, features billowing tulle curtains and a mattress stuffed with actual cloud fluff, or so I like to imagine. Gwen giggles at her own fancy, then continues. Moving on to this charming page. It's a collection of my newest T-ball designs. This whimsical creation, shaped like a miniature hot air balloon, slowly rises to the top of your cup as it steeps. In this one, a tiny treasure chest opens to release a cascade of shimmering edible glitter into your brew. Tea time has never been so magical. She flips to another section, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Oh, darlings, you're going to adore this. It's a showcase of my latest curio shops. The whimsical Wunderkammer specializes in oddities from other dimensions, while Peculiar Pixie's Emporium offers a delightful array of fairy-sized furniture and accessories. Can you imagine the treasures you'd find in these marvelous boutiques? The wind whistles through a crack in the window, creating an eerie melody. Gwen shivers delightedly. Ooh, how atmospheric. It's as if the storm is providing us with the perfect soundtrack for our fantastical shopping spree. Speaking of which, let me show you this fabulous page featuring my new line of vinyl print fashions. This raincoat, Puddle Jumper's Paradise, is adorned with a print of cheerful frogs on lily pads. And this dress, Retro Record Remix, looks like a stack of vintage vinyl records. Who says rainy day fashion can't be fun? Gwen pauses to rearrange her detachable overskirt, this time fashioning it into a makeshift string tote. Now, darlings, prepare yourselves for the pièce de résistance. This final page is a pop-up wonderland featuring all of my latest creations in miniature. See how the tiny mannequins twirl, showcasing my newest designs. And look at that itty-bitty tea shop, complete with steaming cups of my latest blends. It's a whimsical world. As if on cue, a final thunderclap echoes through the room.